Aaron Dillon here, Managing Director of AG Dillon & Co. Here is the December 6, 2024 pre-IPO stock market update. TikTok, a social media company owned by ByteDance, lost its federal appeals court trial this week. The court upheld a U.S. law requiring TikTok with 170 million American users to divest its Chinese ownership or face a ban by January 19, 2025, citing national security risks tied to ByteDance's alleged data sharing with China. Signed by President Biden in April, the bipartisan law followed intelligence briefings on China's ability to surveil Americans via TikTok. TikTok's attempt to mitigate concerns through a $1.5 billion quote-unquote project Texas, failed due to ongoing data sharing allegations. The ban would bar TikTok from app stores, affecting updates but not current users. TikTok, the fifth most used U.S. social platform per Pew Research, plans to appeal to the Supreme Court, arguing ban infringements on the First Amendment rights. President-elect Donald Trump, once critical of TikTok, now uses the app with 14 million followers. If enforced, the ban could mark a precedent in U.S.-China tech rivalry, echoing China's Great Firewall, which blocks U.S. platforms like Google and Facebook. I have TikTok's U.S. 2023 revenue at $16 billion. Meta, a solid comp in my opinion, has a 9.9x price to sales ratio that would value TikTok's U.S. business at $158 billion. ByteDance currently has a $300 billion valuation as of a November 2024 buyback. So that's the whole company. ByteDance has a whole generated $120 million in 2023 revenue. So the TikTok U.S. business is just 13% of ByteDance's total revenue. So again, ByteDance, $300 billion, but only 13% of that is TikTok USA. I think at Meta's price to sales ratio, it's a $158 billion business. So this forced divestiture could be a massive valuation unlock for ByteDance. SpaceX, the space payload and satellite internet company, is in talks to sell insider shares at a valuation of $350 billion, a significant increase from the $250 billion valuation last month and a $210 billion earlier this year, reflecting a 67% increase, a jump in less than a year. This valuation would make SpaceX the world's most valuable private startup, rivaling major public companies. SpaceX dominates the space launch market, providing services for NASA and the Pentagon and commercial clients while rapidly advancing its Starship program for Moon and Mars missions. Elon Musk's wealth has surged to $353 billion, with Tesla shares up 40% since November 5. Congrats to Elon Musk. This tender offer allowing employee liquidity showcases investor confidence in Musk's ventures, buoyed by his ties to President-elect Trump, who attended a Starship launch test launch, and appointed Musk to a federal efficiency panel. Anduril, a defense contractor specializing in AI-driven solutions, has partnered with OpenAI to integrate cutting-edge artificial intelligence into its anti-drone systems, valued at addressing modern aerial threats. This collaboration, leveraging Anduril's extensive defense data and OpenAI's AI capabilities, aims to enhance the detection and response to unmanned aerial systems, a critical aspect of contemporary warfare. With Anduril's $14 billion valuation and a recent $99.7 million U.S. Space Command contract, the partnership underscores a shared commitment to responsibly deploy AI for national security. This move aligns with OpenAI's broader push into the defense sector as it shifts focus towards supporting U.S. military operations amidst intensifying U.S.-China AI competition. Together, Anduril and OpenAI aim to bridge urgent gaps in air defense, ensuring the U.S. maintains its technological edge in the global defense landscape. Anduril has a $17.8 billion secondary market valuation. That's up 27% versus August 2024 round. OpenAI, the AI large language model company, has launched ChatGPT Pro, a $200 per month subscription tier aimed at its now 300 million weekly active users, including over 10 million paying subscribers. This new plan, 10x the cost of the $20 per month ChatGPT Plus, offers enhanced access to OpenAI's reasoning model O1, designed for complex tasks like advanced coding and math. OpenAI's ChatGPT platform generates over 225 million in monthly revenue, or 2.7 billion annually. The introduction of Pro reflects OpenAI's focus on high spending power users while addressing investor pressure to improve profitability amid soaring operational costs and competition. OpenAI is a $166.9 billion secondary market valuation. It's up 6.3% in it versus the September 2024 round. Databricks, the AI data management and analytics company, has finalized its latest financing round. It was bouncing around a bit, so here's the final numbers as of what it appears. 61 billion post-money valuation, 55 billion pre, 6 billion raised. So there was some back and forth on that, but that looks like where their final numbers are settling in at. CoreWeave, an AI-focused cloud platform, is targeting a valuation exceeding 35 billion in its anticipated US IPO, aiming to raise over $3 billion in a share sale slated for Q2 2025. This comes on the heels of a $650 million secondary share sale valuing the company at $23 billion, with investors like Jane Street, Magnetar, Fidelity, and Macquarie Capital participating. CoreWeave, based in Roseland, New Jersey, offers AI infrastructure powered by NVIDIA chips, competing with Amazon Azure and Amazon AWS. The IPO aligns with surging generative AI interest, with global funding for private AI and cloud startups projected to reach $79.2 billion by year end. eToro, a trading and investment platform with over 38 million registered users across 75 countries, is exploring a US IPO with Goldman Sachs, potentially as soon as Q2 2025. The company, valued at $3.5 billion after a $250 million funding round last year with investors like SoftBank Vision Fund 2 and Ion Group, aims to surpass this valuation in its listing. eToro's previous attempts to go public via $10.4 billion SPAC deal failed in 2022. The IPO follows growing enthusiasm for cryptocurrencies, driven by Bitcoin's surge past $100,000 and a crypto-friendly SEC chair appointment. eToro USA LLC recently settled its regulatory allegations for $1.5 million and agreed to restrict certain cryptocurrencies for U.S. users. eToro has a $8.7 billion secondary market valuation. That's up 149% versus that March 2023 round mentioned above. Fidelity Investments increased its valuation on its equity stake in X, formerly Twitter, by 32% in October, or to $12 billion valuation, according to a recent filing. Despite this uptick, the valuation remains 72% lower than its October 2022, when Musk's $44 billion buyout of the platform was financed. The adjustment comes amid rising stock prices for Musk companies following Donald Trump's election. This marks a reversal from previous markdowns of Fidelity's stake over the past year. I'm a big believer in what X is doing in the social media space. There is no super app in the US as there is with China with WeChat. So to the extent that US consumers want a super app, I believe that X is best positioned to capitalize on that opportunity. Revolut, the online digital bank, has appointed Fiona Fry and Sir Peter Estlin as independent non-executive directors to strengthen its board as the neobank progresses towards obtaining a full UK banking license. Fry brings over 40 years of professional experience, including 23 years as KPMG partner specializing in governance and retail banking, and 2 years in the Financial Conduct Authority's Financial Services Consumer Panel. Sir Peter, the 2018-19 Lord Mayor of London, has held senior roles at Citigroup and Barclays, including as Group Financial Controller and CFO, and currently chairs Vanquis Banking Group and serves on Rothschild & Co.'s board. These appointments aim to leverage their combined expertise to support Revolut's mission of innovating financial services for its growing UK customer base. Revolut is a $45 billion valuation as of its August 2024 round. All right, let's look at pre-IPO stock performance as of December 2, 2024. Up this week, XAI is up 35.6%. Brex is up 25.1%. eToro is up 8.9%. Rippling is up 6.5%. Canva is up 6.3%. Down this week, Cohere is down 16.9%. Notion's down 8%. Ramp's down 7.2%. Deal's down 4.1%. Hugging Face down 4%. Top valuations: ByteDance SpaceX at $350 billion. ByteDance is at $300 billion. OpenAI is at $167 billion. Stripe's at $86 billion, and Databricks is at $61 billion. Subscribe at agdillon.com/subscribe to get the most current valuations, revenue multiples, and performance data delivered to your inbox. Okay, let's take a look at the performance for the AG Dillon pre-IPO stock vintage indexes as of December 2. 2024 vintage index top contributors since inception. That's Revolut's up 201%. Rippling's up 135%. SpaceX is up 101%. Anduril is up 81%. OpenAI is up 66%. The 2024 vintage index is up 78% since its inception or year to date 2024. There's no detractors in the 2024 vintage index. Key metrics for all vintages. Vintage index is 5 years old or older. 577% cumulative return since inception. 49% realized or distributed to investors in the hardcore VC metrics. 6.77 TVPI, 3.31 DPI, and 3.46 RVPI. 4.1 years to quote unquote return the fund. Subscribe at agdillon.com/subscribe to get the most current pre-IPO stock vintage index fact sheets, including vintage data by year from 2025. Okay, that's it for me this week. If you have any pre-IPO stock research needs, please reach out. Thanks, and see you all next week.